Let me tell you, last night was a very interesting night. A very interesting night. Stayed up a little late. Jamie and I went to a friend's house for dinner. I stayed up a little late after we got home. I stayed up a little late to get some work done. I ended up typing out some help from Karen. Shout out to Karen for helping me write out the message that I would send to restaurants and everything. And then I kind of adapted it a little bit to then just kind of format what I wanted to say a little bit better and more concise. And then I sent it to a bunch of restaurants through Instagram. But then I went to go to lay in bed and I was like, my eyes were like wide. I was like wide awake. And I was like tossing and turning in and out of sleep. Like just awake and just like, it was odd until like 2 o'clock in the morning. So then I ended up getting up at around like 1 and laying on the couch because I was like, you know what, let me just get out of the like environment. Maybe change that up will help a little. And I was like in and out of sleep. It was very odd. And then now then I slept in a little. Went to the gym, got a really good quick workout out in, but it was good. Now we're in the studio, gonna make some final adjustments to the song, and then get ready to release it. All right, I think what I'm gonna do is I want to see what it sounds like to layer the chorus, the same melody, just layered left and right to kind of fatten it up. I'm gonna test that out, record a couple takes, let's see what that sounds like. 'Cause overthinking's under living, I know. I'm learning to let go. Alright, let's see what that one layer sounds like. Let's take a listen. Let go. 'Cause overthinking's under living, I know. Guess where I'm going? I am very excited about this. I am on my way to pick up like 9 pounds of Soundcheck blend coffee. It's been a while. It's been since like Christmas since I picked up the last batch. So I'm very happy to get a fresh new batch. I mean, and I ran out months ago. So I'm happy to get a fresh batch and get some good coffee going and send some out to some people and get some coffee going. See you later, man. Have a good day. All right, we just got ourselves 6 pounds of coffee and a nice to-go cup of coffee. Good stuff, good stuff. It is a hot one in New York today. You know, I can't say stuff like that anymore because I get complaints from people throughout the community being like, oh, you think it's hot? Well, let me tell you this, which is too funny. Like, I remember when it was cold, like I'd be like, oh, it's freezing in New York today. It'd be like 0 degrees, and then somebody would send me a message and be like, oh, it's negative 28, and by me, I'm like, okay, I guess it's really not that cold by me. So I appreciate the perspective, but it's funny. I feel bad every time I comment whether or not it's hot or cold. It's hot for me. How about that? Maybe not for your location, but it's hot for me. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah, baby. Can you even see that? Oh, you can't even see that. Oh, it's too dark. It's too dark, but it looks amazing. There we go. Now you guys can see this. Look at that. Ooh, baby. Bouncing a version of Let Go right now so that we can post a teaser of it on YouTube. Alright, everything on that list is officially crossed out. Just spent a bunch of time reaching out to all of these restaurants. Keep on going, keep on going. There we go. Keep on going, keep on going, keep on going, keep on going. Keep on going, keep on going, keep on going. Keep on going. There we go. All restaurants trying to get gigs for me playing music. So you know the saying, you can't judge a book by its cover? Same goes for restaurant, man. There's been this restaurant that's been in my town for years, and I've heard people reference it here and there, and I know it, like I've passed it a billion times. It's actually where Jamie and I, there's a brewery that Jamie and I go to pretty frequently in the nice weather, and when we go for Taco Tuesday, it's in the same, like, I guess you could call it a shopping center. It's really not a shopping center, but it's on the water and stuff, and I always knew it to be like a vegan restaurant, and as you know, I'm definitely not vegan. But a friend of mine, I was catching up with my friend Jeff today because I wanted to get his opinion. Oh shoot! The reason we actually got together is because he bought me a salad spinner because I gave him a bunch of salad and some stuff, a bunch of stuff for his garden as well. And I realized. And he's like, we were talking about like salads and stuff, and he realized I didn't have a salad spinner, so he's like, let me get you one. So that's why we got together, but I realized it was in his car and I forgot to grab it. Oh, that is too funny, man. But that's why we got together. But not only that, but I wanted his opinion on a couple things. He works in the real estate industry, and I just wanted his opinion on the current state of the market and like where he thinks it's going, and just what, you know, rates are and what his opinions on investing is, and where the market's going. And so we were chatting about it for a while, and he made some really interesting points about potentially getting a management company to run it and then going out of state, because you could get a lot more bang for your buck, and then you don't have to worry about it because a management company's taking care of it. I don't know, just a lot of really interesting things. I just want to kind of be prepared. I've said this 1,000 times. I just want to be conscious and prepared if something happens in the market. I'm not afraid of it, but I want to be ready, if that makes sense. Alas, because we're on our way home back home, we're passing through Northport, going to the post office, dropping off some gifts to some previous guests on the channel, and seeing if there's anything in the P.O. box. Dude, I was literally just thinking about it.
Turn it around right now. I got it. I turned around. I'm on my way back already.
Well, I'm at the post office. You want to meet me here? I'm
on my way.
All right, okay, cool. All right, well, while we're waiting for Jeff, because that's too funny, let's see if anybody responded to any of those messages. I have a feeling, I don't know, realistically, I probably messaged, I want to say 50 restaurants this morning. I'm going to guess maybe 5 respond in general. Maybe 5, just even respond. I'm not saying say yes, I'm saying respond. Let's see. Okay, so far only 1 has responded, and they say, at the moment, we are not doing live music. Should we consider doing any sort of events? We will certainly keep this in mind. Hey, well, at least they will keep it in mind. That's the beauty of entrepreneurship. You get very comfortable with learning to hear the word no. Haha. Well, that was pretty cool. First off, I got my salad spinner. Second off, had a cool conversation at the post office. I see these guys all the time. I'm in there all the time, and I recognize them. And you guys know me. I'm a talker. I love meeting people and talking and stuff. But there's particularly one guy that I've talked to a lot over the past couple of years. Really good guy, funny guy, man. And then he today he just goes like, chat, and he goes, so how's life as an influencer? And I was like, I was processing for a second, and I was like, wait, I don't remember exactly what I said. Like, it's like, how did you know? And he's like, oh yeah, I looked you up a while ago. And I was like, oh shoot, that's actually really cool. He's like, yeah man, you got some cool music stuff going on. I was like, I really appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. I thought that was cool. And I'm sure I would 100% do the same thing. You see the same people walking in all the time, constantly shipping stuff. I would totally look up their name. I don't know, I found it very cool. I was like, man, that's cool. It's just, I appreciate you. Hi, buddy. Oh, stretch. Come on, let's go. All right, so now I'm on my way to my friend Anthony's house, who is renewing his vows tomorrow. It's actually the wedding that I'm going to, the vow renewal that I'm going to. But we are setting up again another big tent, and I'm helping them set that up. But it is so wildly hot today. How are you? It's a warm one, huh? See you later. It is wildly hot today. But I just wrapped up a vocal lesson, and very interesting feedback from her. She's like, we had a whole conversation. At the end of the lesson, she goes, she feels like her vocal pedagogy, which is like her theory, like pedagogy is like their belief system, and every vocal coach has a different pedagogy, essentially. Like they have different ways of teaching, different beliefs on the voice and everything, different approaches. She's like, she feels like her vocal pedagogy is 1, breath, get people to breathe properly, because there's so much that comes from there, and then 2 is technique, and then that, like 1A, and then 1B is technique and placement, and then 1B is like technique and placement and putting it in the right place in the voice and phrasing and stuff like that. And then step 2 is to throw it all out the window. And she's like, then you learn all that to forget all of it, essentially. Or because she's like, there were certain notes in there that she said, because I showed her the song, and I was like, I want your feedback, and she gave some weird feedback. One of the points she made was like, there are certain notes in there that, or phrases that sounded quote unquote too perfect. Like it sounded like you had taken vocal lessons, you had done the proper steps, the proper technique. It's like, she's like, the technique is quote unquote too good, which is an interesting comment to hear, because she's like, I actually want to hear less of it, because while it sounds quote unquote perfect, doesn't sound authentic to the song. And I was like, oh, and now it's a really interesting conversation, because we go from trying to be on key and everything, so now it's a different conversation, because now we're talking like, okay, it's like you learn the rules to break them essentially, and now because I think the line was like, 'cause overthinking's under living. She's like, you're doing like, 'cause overthinking's under live. It's like everything's so perfect. She's like, slur the words a little, like put the emotion into it. She's like, don't make it perfect. And I'm like, that's so interesting. So it's kind of a cool thing to hear from her. Hard, because I'm like trying to think about how to like sloppy it to some degree, but we're making good progress, man. I'm happy with it. She gave some good feedback on placement of certain things, maybe a note to here there, re-recording some things, and songs coming along. It's funny, I posted a snippet of the song as a teaser today, and in 4 or 5 hours it has a total, guess how many, a total of 45 views. Some hit really well, some don't, some take a while, some don't. Oh, I'm saying this for future, Jacob, and future reference, because when I post a song and in 4 hours it has 45,000 views, we'll reference the day when it had 45 views. I'm confident of it.